On the way to the beach, Wayne spotted this ugly thing. The camera just wants to focus on it, this ugly thing. Come on. Come and check this out. On the way to the beach, Wayne spotted this ugly thing. I'm not some person for Darwin Awards, but I think this thing needs to cease to exist. Guys, this is the content of the little rock that Wayne found on the beach. But this is going to be a two-part video because it has quite a big story and you have to be spiritual to understand the story behind this video. Yesterday, Wayne's mission was to go and sit at the estuary and get some nice footage of the birds and the wildlife there at the estuary with a low water table. But accidentally I forgot to put the memory card back in the camera, in this camera here that we're looking at. And I suggest to Wayne that I will go and fetch the memory card and he continue his walk on the beach and do some micro photography. And that's when he got the picture of the pebble that we are making the video about. Saga doesn't stop there. This morning on the way to, you'll see in the video that I make, on the way to, we were going to make the video at Mission Rocks because most of this material is found at Mission Rocks. But we had some financial constraints and we couldn't do that. So we decided to walk up to Mapelon Bay, which is a 4-point-something kilometer walk there and a 4-point-something kilometer walk back. So basically we walked 9 kilometers to make the video for you guys. So watch out for part 1 of the Pebble video and part 2 of the Pebble video that will prove that global warming or climate change is a hoax. And everything we need to prove that scientifically is inside the pebble and inside this plastic bottle. So watch out for the video coming in later this afternoon or tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like our Facebook album, like our Facebook page. And guys, if you've got some contributions to make, we do sell advertising space. Please use us. We really need the fund to keep on making these videos. Doing a water level update for you guys quickly. Apparently it dropped even more since the last update. What beautiful dewdrops on the morning glory. Yep, water dropped quite a bit. It's way below the 800 mark. So yeah, I'm going to try and prove my theory that the spring low tide sucks the water out of the estuary. You can see the mud banks forming on the other side of the estuary. So let's go and have a look if we can get pictures and videos of water birds. Quite a few cynics that like to denounce my observations over the last 20 years of taking regular pictures and working alongside with the original management plan of 1968. Rivers in flood won't open the estuary. Ocean in storm opened the estuary in 1984 and in 2007. So guys, please use your common sense and come and walk with me in the mornings and let me show to you how nature works. Don't believe what the scientists are telling you. They follow a narrative of the privatization of the park. They don't follow a narrative of what is best for the environment. Every spring low tide I can feel the sand compacted underneath my feet. Every neap tide I can feel the sand become sugary and loose again. Been living here for 48 years. I've been doing this morning walks now for close to 20 years. And there's pictures and blogs up with photos dated to prove not only a theory anymore, but the fact that the ocean sucks the estuary dry on spring low tides. The level is at its lowest point for the month, and yet we've got wet patches here. Just after spring high tide last night. Yes, we had rain last night, but the wet patch here is different to the wet patch there. So spring high tide pushed the water level up. Spring low tide sucks the water level down. Does it make sense? No, I'm sorry. Come and walk with me, I'll show you. The only place where this water could have gone to in 2 days is to the ocean. Since there's no breach, the estuary is not open to the ocean, neither here nor at Mapelan Bay. It had to leave underground. So what I'm saying is happening is with the suction of the low tide, when the water runs away from the estuary or the beach, it sucks it dry. And that is why there was no water in the estuary. The ocean on low tide sucks it out because there is almost a 2.7 meter difference between mean high tide and mean low tide. So this proves that the estuary has been and always will be higher than the ocean, than sea level. Mean sea level is measured on the average between mean high tide and mean low tide. That is not the lowest point. The lowest point is when it is on mean low tide. There is no way that the estuary is lower than the ocean at mean low tide. Otherwise there wouldn't have been so much fluctuation in the estuary water level over the last 20 years. Wind direction does play a role. Yes, the south wind has been blowing. Yes, but the last 2 days the northeaster was blowing. So the water should have been congregated here at the eastern part of the estuary mouth. But the scientists wants to let us believe it's the wind direction and evaporation that plays the only role in the estuary water level, which is not true. This is typical a hole where a sea lice would reside, but then the ground will become too dense for him and he will come out. And now this is the sea lice. the mole crab. Now this guy is still alive, pretty much, although something was eating at his head. Probably one of these wormballs or sandpipers, strandlopertjies. So he's not going to survive. I'm not going to take him away. I'm going to leave him for the next animal to feed on. Sea lice. Just before I'm going to dislodge him, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the beach. Right, now we come closer. Tiny bugger. Mole crab, sorry, not sea lice, mole crab. Find the link in the description for the mole crab video. That's to find them on the rush hour.
Now you're digging over there. Oh, these are baby.
Even younger one than this one, yeah, coming down the hill. Look at this cute one going. Kung, 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 kung. One is being groomed, baby is hiding underneath, nice and cuddly. Jealousy makes you nasty, ne?